Yes, it is.
All right, excited for opportunity to get back on the field and go try to win a game on the road. We're playing a really good opponent. Coach Qian does a great job. He runs a great program. They're in it every year. Defensively, they're one of the top defenses in the country. They're only allowing 88 yards a game rushing. They got 10 interceptions, I think 46 TFLs. They have great players at every level of their defense. They do a great job stopping the run. They play a lot of man-to-man coverage. Offensively, the quarterback, extremely talented, thrown for over 2,100 yards, has not thrown a lot of interceptions. Both backs are physical, downhill guys. They're really explosive at the receiver position. One of their kick returners also makes some plays as a receiver. And then kick return and punt returners are two of the best in the league. The one kid had a 100-yard one against Northern, several other good returns, and their punt returner makes plays with the ball. So it's going to be a real good challenge for us. We got to get back to work starting tomorrow and go try to win a game on the road.
Obviously, being back in here with the team yesterday, how do you think the team was able to kind of address the loss to Eastern and move on?
Well, yesterday, after a loss, Saturday's hard and Sunday's always hard too. And we had to, it's the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And we were not disciplined as a football team, so we got to deal with the pain of regret and learn from it and move on. It's a great learning experience for us. You'd like to win and learn, but sometimes losing and not getting what you want is a great teacher. And we lacked discipline in all three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, especially offensively. It ended some drives for us. So it's a learning experience for us. We got to move on.
Yeah, we've talked about kind of the offensive struggles the last couple of weeks and going against an elite defense, like you said, in Toledo. What kind of is the mindset going into that game, knowing you have?
Well, I'm excited to go play them because it's a great challenge. And we're going to get to see our guys bounce back this week. The challenges they possess is they're really good in the secondary, so they don't have to do a bunch with pressures and things like that to get home because they can cover and they're going to stay on your guys, which makes their D-line and linebackers get an opportunity to get after the quarterback. The thing that they're the best at is making plays in the backfield, whether it's a sack or a TFL, and then you're behind the sticks and then they got you where they want you. So we have to have success on first down. We can't be in third and long all day. We can't do that. We can't live like that Saturday. So we got to make an emphasis to get completions on first down and have effective runs on first down. 3 yards isn't terrible on first down. You can't go backwards. You can't have a negative play.
They talked about rushing, but obviously Quay Ashley taking that hit at Kent State. Does he have a timetable to come back this season?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back, yep.
Will he be back this week? Or
He's planning on being back this week, yep.
Okay.
Obviously, Toledo's 5-0 at home, and you guys have played in tough environments. I guess, how do you prepare the team for environments that you know are going to be hostile?
Well, we haven't done a great job on the road. We've not played well on the road, this is a great opportunity for us to try to fix that. They always have a good crowd at Toledo. I've coached there multiple times, and what also makes it harder is they have really good players. So we have to get off to a good start. We can't have a slow start on the road. We got to get up in the morning, get ready to go, and go start from the first kickoff because they have, as much as their scoring discrepancy is against their opponents, if you look at it at home, they've killed everybody at home. They played really well at home this fall.
Yeah, knowing that you're going into a place that has such a big home field advantage and this team having not won a road game all season, what's kind of the focus that you want them to kind of bury those road demons?
Well, honestly, God, none of those other games mean anything right now. We're only playing Toledo once this year, and it's a one opportunity to go play them on the road. So obviously we have struggled on the road, but it's not something we're going to talk about all day long because we can't do anything about those. We can only get ready for this week.
Obviously, we talked about the seniors on Saturday. With them only having 2 guaranteed games left in the season, how do you think they reflected off of Eastern's loss and kind of?
I know it was tough for them because everybody wanted to win the game, and it was their last home game, and that's never good. I don't care what your record is, you want to win your last home game. But we're not going to spend a lot of time worrying about them having 2 left. We got 1 right now that we know we get to play in on Saturday, and that's really all we're focused on. And I'm excited about it. Our staff's excited about it. We got to get back to work. And that's the beauty of football, man. Whether you win or lose, you got to figure out a way to come back the next week and have the same focus, the same approach, the same detail in your preparation, and then we got to go perform on Saturday.
All right, stand by for Qian.
Thank you, Mike.
No problem.
All right, open for questions with Qian.
All right, obviously a tough loss, losing your last home game here at Schumann Stadium on Senior Day. How have you kind of felt the team just kind of respond to that so far?
I really haven't talked to everybody yet. We had a team meeting and stuff. But I know I'm pretty sure everybody just full head of steam to the next game. Just turning the page. It obviously sucks. For the seniors. Me specifically. Being a senior. For knowing that feeling, I know it sucks personally, but there's nothing you really can do about it. You know, it's opportunity is gone, but all you can really do is just learn from it and move forward at Toledo. So that's what we plan to do.
What's it like being a part of a group and in a program where, win or loss, you guys are still that level headed?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good because, like I said, I've been here a while and it hasn't always been that way, But when I say like even kill, I don't want people to think that's like a lack of passion or a lack of caring, in a sense. Like people still, care about this thing and it still hurts, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it feel like, even though we might not address it in a certain manner, it still hurts and we still feel that pain. So, we just don't want to feel that feeling again, So, having that even kill mindset, knowing that it's still good that comes from each loss. You still have an ability to learn and watch back the film and learn back from those mistakes, for the guys that, got 2 more games and the guys, even the younger guys that have more games, So just keep learning, each opportunity we get out there, and that's why we stay with the even kill mindset.
What do you think was maybe the biggest problem that held the team back, really kept you guys from getting going on Saturday?
Really, I'll just speak offensively. I play offense, so I would just say we got to finish drives. We got to score points. That's the name of the game. You can't. Our defense, 24 points in 2025, like holding the offense to 24 points. You should be in most games. And I believe the offense let them down in that aspect. And I'll take that personally. With me, like I said, being one of the older players, experienced players, receivers, I take that personally when the offense is struggling. So, moving forward, we got a great opportunity with Toledo. A great defense. Highly rated. They don't give them many points. And their offense scores a lot of points. So, the offense is going to need to score points. And I feel like that's something that we have to do, not just this game, but just moving forward. As many games we have left. So, yeah.
I guess, what do you think could maybe break open the door for this offense to, like you said, score a lot of points?
Plays got to be made, man. Like, it's no like. That's a good question, because it's no recipe. Like, it's not, most people think like, oh, you just have to. No, it's just make the play, And I just feel like we're just not having enough of that consistently. Like, there's plays being made. Like, for sure, you turn on the tape, you see plays, you see guys flying around making plays offensively and defensively, but it's just the consistency of it and starting faster. Sometimes when we make those plays, the plays don't hit the same when you're down as 2 scores or, what I'm saying, or the defense might not have the same look, when you're down 2 scores. So doing it early and often, so just doing it more, starting faster, doing it more consistently, and then, finishing strong, like the end of games, I feel like we kind of wake up in the fourth quarter, third, fourth quarter, but if we can do that in the first, second, who knows how good we can be, so definitely.
Yeah, you touched on it a little bit, but what's kind of the mentality like going into these last 2 games against 2, really good defenses on the road?
Yeah, man, it's kind of like just a game 7 mentality, especially for the seniors, These 2 are like really the only 2 guaranteed games in our lives, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get a senior bowl or whatever invites, however that goes, or it's nothing's guaranteed for the seniors definitely, but just for this team specifically, the last time that this team could be together depends on these 2 weeks. So we're just moving full head of steam, knowing that it's win or go home. So definitely.
Do you think knowing there's 2 left adds pressure or motivation?
Nah, I think pressure is a privilege, So I feel like just sitting in these seats, like, coming in this team room is pressure. Wearing this on my chest is pressure in a sense. So, but it's more of a privilege. Like, I got a privilege to go play these 2 games. I got a privilege to go into a Toledo defense that's highly rated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited for that. So, I ain't no pressure for that. I'm not stunting that at all.
I guess, what do you specifically see in Toledo's different defense that can cause issues?
They got guys that make plays. Corner E-Man. I think he's number 7. He leads defense in forced fumbles, or lead the country in forced fumbles. So they got a lot of guys that fly around and make plays. And then offensively, Junior Vanderos and Tucker Gleason, they've been together for a minute. So they got a good group that is experienced group playing together. So it's going to be an exciting matchup for sure, and especially going to away. We struggle on the road, so that's something that we definitely need to turn around, especially with our last 2 games being road games. So we just excited for the challenge ahead, definitely.
All right.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Qian.
Qian.
Appreciate you.
Tremendous